a NATO trip in, John McIntosh was the chief of array. And we had a night fueling. And I used to look after the fueling up top.
Yeah.
So the engineer had taken a sample of the distillate and just set it aside.
Right.
And it's dark. We just got the red light.
Yeah.
And we had trouble hooking up the JP5. So the distillate was all done by the time we're done with JP5. And I watched the upper deck stoker take the sample of the JP5. So we're all done fueling. Everybody's happy. Everything went off like clockwork. Go down to the office and I look at my bottle. The engineer looks at his bottle. We had distillate in the JP5, and we had JP5 in the distillate. Oh man! So we went into a port in. No, it was the Saguenay in '86. We went into a port in Norway that a Canadian ship had never been into before, and this is after we got hit by the submarine.
Right.
Yeah. I used the old trick. I said the flight deck stoker had to have a lot of help to clean up his mess, and we mustered everybody in the cafeteria. And I walked in. I said, "Who here likes flying?" So 3 guys took their hands up. I said, "Right, you're helping Petty Officer Matthews clean up the JP5." Because I remembered that in Cornwallis once they come in, we had to go to work on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
So and the old corporal come in and said, "Who plays the piano?" The guy put his hand up and said, "Right, up at the church, the piano's got to be moved from here to here. Away you go."
That's right.
I always remembered that.
And then Captain
We fell for it. Yeah.
So I'll start running in the kitchen so it's going to be out, right?
Yeah, what I used to do with my young guys for volunteering, I always pretty much knew who I was going to get.
Yeah, it's not always the same guy.
Oh yeah. So I remember I walked into the communications room one day.
I stayed away.
It was like a Wednesday. I said, I need a volunteer. And I knew who was going to step up right away. And sure enough, he did. I said, what do you need, P.O.? Whatever it is, I'll do it. I said, you know what, Pepper? You can have Friday off. And everybody else looked at me, well, I'll volunteer. I said, yeah, you missed the boat. So after that, I never had an issue again with volunteers. Because they were all looking for the pot of gold.
I was regulating on the Saguenay one. Hey, Vic, got a girl. That's my granddaughter.
Yeah,
And the writer, he said, we're getting ready to do the
highlight reel. Stupid camera.
and they had
I got it, Joe, but I'm not going to email it to you.
the writer
I know where you live. I'll come get it tomorrow when you go to work.
and the Kelly come to me. He said, you know, I can make this easy for you, making up the duty walks over Christmas. I said, how are you going to do that? You know, to keep everybody happy. He says, he just rolled up another street, and I said, okay, that's nice. And then he put it up down the mess. And he said there had to be one guy in the watch had to be a certain qualification, and you know, and it come up, and I needed a guy for Christmas Day, and that was it.
Yeah.
And there was a little French guy, could hardly speak English, and I called him up and I cleared it with the chief area. I told the chief area, I said, I need one more guy for Christmas Day. I said, this French guy, he's going on New Year's Eve. I said, I'm going to offer him 48 if he takes Christmas Day. So he come up and I explained to him, and he said, where do he said he took the watch.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean,
It's cool, all the stuff that's got doing
Joe tell you Vic's been scouted by the
Yeah, I seen
Acadia
it.
University.
Yeah, I seen the post there on Danielle put on Facebook. It's exciting.
Oh, I hope it happens. And that happens to be the university she picked that she wants to go to.
Oh, that's
Even
good.
before she found out about that.
Yeah,
Because she wants to take kinesiology.
right.
that tall, just around.
Yeah, my daughter's hoping to go to the U.S. But I'm not too keen on that.
A year previous to when or whatever, right? Yeah.
She wants to do something with neurology, she said.
I'm looking for it. Where is it? Because I knew it was there, right? Because I saw it all the time. I'm saving it.
She did an audition for a movie.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she'll find out this week if she got it.
Oh.
That Mr. D?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went in an audition for that.
Oh, nice.
They're looking for a soccer player.
Good.
So she'll know this week if she gets it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, her lines, she told me last week, she said, I went in, and the guy, he said, oh, here comes my superstar soccer player. How you doing? And then her line was, you know, Coach, how you always told me to be myself and speak my mind and do it.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, why? I gotta get a sex change to a boy.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. I hope she gets it.
Hopefully. They have many people apply, or?
Just her and another girl.
Okay, good.
But she went in her soccer girl. The other girl was just in street clothes. Joe said she was in there a lot longer than the other one.
Oh, nice. It's always a good sign.
It's a good sign. Hopefully she'll get it. Everything to gain, nothing to lose by trying.
That's right.
Go now, go now.
How come that wasn't blowing down? Shoved it.
So we got this year, I'm gonna make sure when we go, I'm gonna have my bag packed and these large Ziploc bags like with me. So the same instance, like somebody gets something way in the back, we're gonna have to so we can burn it. We can throw it in it, like save it right away, right? No, we didn't have any. Like we got it.
Come on.
Yeah! Good pass, Vic. Nice poke in the corner.
And so we didn't have it. We had it in nice car and stuff. We just didn't have anything. Right? Like, so we didn't give it. I always said it's stupid. We never exactly. That'll never happen again.
It's awesome.
What the happened? What do we do now? I've heard of this happening to other people, but so we just don't get it.
Do you belong to the Legion out there?
No. I should. I keep meaning to join. I never. Doesn't seem like I ever have the time to get in there.
There's a bunch of us that meet every Thursday morning at Micmac Tim's.
Yeah.
And over a year now I've been doing it.
Nice.
Summertime, me and my buddy ride in on the mountain bikes.
Right.
It's a good ride. It's about 14K round trip.
Yeah.
And so 3 weeks ago, there was an old guy sitting away from us. And he had a red ball cap on.
Yeah.
And one of our guys recognized the hat. They had the number 4 on it. And
Right.
across the top it said Uncommon Valor.
Yeah.
Well, he knew this guy was either was wearing the hat or he was an ex-Marine.
Yeah.
So we went over and invited him over. 95 years old.
Right.
And he was an ex-Marine in the 4th Division.
Yeah.
And his last battle was Iwo Jima.
All right.
What an awesome man.
Yeah.
And he comes every Thursday now. He
Oh,
just
does he?
loves it.
Good. And he's living up here, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I asked him, I said, how'd you end up here? He said, well, during the Depression, his parents immigrated to the States from Yarmouth.
Yeah.
And he was born in Brooklyn.
With the log between the legs. Carried it out.
And then after the war and his career, he married a girl from Yarmouth and moved back up here.
Yeah.
Come to find out, he lived in Colby Village for 28 years.
Oh yeah.
But man, oh man, he got 2 degrees, he got 6 patents, and we took him for breakfast the other morning.
Right.
But he just
He's
loves
got
it.
some, yeah. Stories to tell
Well,
when you get them to talk, I guess.
well, I asked him, like, at Iwo Jima, he said he spent 6 months in the hospital, and I asked him the other day if he'd mind talking. He said,
We were talking about
I think I'd go from here to where Joe is. And he got ambushed, and he said a grenade come over the bush, and he said I picked it up and threw it back, but then another one come.
Right.
So he said I just curled up in a ball,
Yeah.
and he said after the fact, he said I was so happy after the explosion I was still alive, even though he said I spent 6 months in the hospital,
That's right.
but it got him.
Got him home.
He got him home. He said I curled up in a ball,
Yeah.
and the shrapnel got him in Garrison down the leg. It was enough to get him out of there. 9,000, he said, killed and wounded taken. But that wasn't his only campaign. He was on other ones before he got to
Oh, I
that.
have no doubt. Yeah, I used to, before I joined the Navy, I worked armored car for a couple of years.
Where?
Armored car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So one of the guys that was on the car, like on the truck with us, he was a Vietnam vet, and nobody wanted to work with him because they thought he was unstable. But I volunteered to work with him all the time. The guys are like, "Are you crazy?" Jimmy's half nuts. I said, "Yeah, well, when the shit hits the fan, I want to be with Jimmy."
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he wasn't a bad fella. I mean, he could be a bit odd at times.
How did your daughter end up on the county?
She was one of the last cuts with DFC, and county was looking for players, so Zach from DFC gave her name to them, and they gave us a call. And he sent an email too, said county was looking for players and recommended. He recommended her. She wanted to go, so we came over and met with them, and yeah,
Good.
yeah. Because she missed last year playing soccer. She tore her knee the year before, and she had knee
okay.
surgery.
Okay.
So she couldn't play last year.